Hi everybody, it's Heather with Diamonds and Dragonflies and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you found me. And if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for your continued support of my channel. So guys, I am here today to kick off my first diamond painting project, challenge. I don't know what we want to call it. Special series on my channel for 2026. So I am going to be doing a comparison project. I have two kits here. They are the exact same image, but they are from two different companies. One is a square, one is a round. One is larger than the other, and you're probably sitting there thinking, oh, well, the round's going to be larger because when you have the same diamond painting and it's offered in both shapes, round is usually bigger than the square. Well, not in this case. The square is bigger than the round. So we are going to compare every single aspect of these two kits. And today we're going to unbox them. So in this video, we are going to take a look at how their packaging differs. We are going to take the canvases out and we're going to compare canvas quality. And then we are also going to compare and look at color count, size, and rendering. So go grab something to snack on, go grab something to eat, and let's get started. I'll see you in just a second. All right, guys, tech support helped me. We got the shrink wrap off the box. I am very handy capable, not today. So let's go and start to compare the two boxes. So they're both sturdy cardboard boxes. They both came inside cardboard shipping containers. The one from Dreamer came in a just plain, not labeled, brown shipping box. I got this one. Atlas disagrees with my assessment here. This one I got off of D-Stash, but it would have came in a white and red. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. He's now sitting on my foot underneath the table. Had I purchased this one directly from DAC, it would have come in one of their white with the red lettering on it. I kind of like that and I kind of don't. I like it because I always know it's Diamond Art Club, but I feel like that just has like a calling card for anyone passing by going, oh, come steal me. So I kind of like the more, what's the word I'm looking for? Hidden condition of just the plain brown versus the one advertising what it is. But it is what it is. Okay, Diamond Art Club. This is a round, so it actually denotes that it's a round for you. And their round boxes are pink. Their squares are blue. So that is one of the first differences, is that Dreamer design boxes are the same regardless of whether or not they are round or square. They also do not denote anywhere on the box that they are round or square, which really, really bugs the crap out of me. I really wish they did some type of difference or even had it on the sticker. And you might say, well, I don't see a sticker. Well, you will in a second. But that's something that really aggravates me. The Diamond Art Club boxes have a sticker on the front. This has remained the same. Now the boxes also have part of the artwork on the top part. That is how their newer boxes come. But this is an older one. So we've just got the sticker down here with the name, the artist, a thumbnail, the shape, size, SKU number. Dreamer, the only place you're going to catch that is, if I can pull this out.
You need me to do it?
Yeah, I'm going to have to get tech support to do that so that I can flip that up. I can't pull the bottom off. I'm sorry. Okay. The only place where you get a thumbnail or any of the information is here on the end of the box. Now, I do like it being on the end of the box because I store mine on a shelf unit with the ends facing out. So I do like that it's there. I just wish it was here too. But here you've got just the name and the artist and the size. It does not denote whether it is round or square. So that is not on there. Another feature of the Dreamer box that DAC doesn't have is it has a carrying handle. Now, I'm not quite sure how that's supposed to work when they are wrapped in saran wrap at first, or, you know, the cellophane wrap at first. But I guess afterward, if you want to carry it around, that would make it a little easier. I just think it's just a piece of wasted plastic, in my personal opinion. Now, I do want to note that nowadays, the boxes for Diamond Art Club do have a sticker on the end as well. So they have that feature just like the Dreamer boxes have. All right, so on the side, Dreamers has wide diamond paint, and it's got 5 different reasons for you to do that. And the DAC version, you've just got, once again, denoting that it's a round, and then their logo. If we flip it to the other edge, you've got a Scan Me for 10% off QR code on the Diamond Art Club box. On the Dreamer box, you get a 15% Scan Me QR code to use. You also get 5 features that are listed here of the diamond painting. Then on the back, we have basically the same information. We've got how it works for Diamond Art Club versus how it works for Dreamer, which they're the same, guys. Then we've got the kit contents. Now, the one difference between DAC and Dreamer is that DAC actually gives you it in French and Spanish. In French and Spanish plus English. You just get it in English with Dreamer design. And then they both have their little choking hazard. So, very similar. Not a whole lot of differences. The only thing that I like about the Dreamer boxes against today's DAC boxes is absolutely 0, other than the 15% off, which is nice, versus 10. The DAC boxes of today are much better than the DAC boxes of old. I really don't like that Dreamer's boxes do not tell you whether they are round or square, and that there is no sticker on the front of the box, only on the end. So as you can see though, like I said, I'll show you with the canvases in a little bit, you can see here, hold on, I'm closing this up again. There is a distinct difference in the length of the box. The Dreamer box is a good, what would you say, that's 2.5 inches? About 2.5 inches longer. But yet it's a square. So the square, once again, is larger than the round, which very much intrigues me. All right, guys, I'm going to put these away. I'm going to pull out the canvases, and we will continue to do our preliminary unboxing comparison. Be right back. All right, guys, so we've got it out of the boxes. So how does it come inside the box? Well, Diamond Art Club has it in this plastic dust cover. So that's how this one is, and it has Diamond Art Club, do what makes you sparkle. The Dreamer Design one comes in a canvas dust bag that says Dreamer Designs. This has a drawstring at the end, so you can actually take this out and you could store canvases in here. If you need to roll this up, you could roll it up. So they give you a reusable option for your dust cover. Whereas Diamond Art Club's is pretty much, by the time I take this out of here, it's not really going to be all that more usable. So I'm going to pull this out, and can you put that in the box? Diamond Art Club's kits come the same way, except now there is a pull-out cradle inside the boxes. So this is nestled inside a pull-out cradle to help keep its shape. But this is not in a cradle, just in the dust bag. But as you can see, they both look pretty much the same. So it's not like one is flatter than the other or anything like that. Dreamer Design goes the extra length and wraps their canvases with this pretty little purple bow. And you don't get that with Diamond Art Club. Differences right now in the canvas. This is a very smooth, soft lint background with scalloped edges that are poked to prevent fraying. This one is a little more felty like this one feels more like a felt background than this one does. They're both very soft, but they do have a different texture to them. I have to say, feeling them both, I think I kind of like the feel of the Diamond Art Club one better than the feel of the Dreamer one. Tech support left the room. I was going to get his input, but he had to go do something with the dogs. So he is not here. You can't see it yet. Oh, here we go. If I turn it here, you can. But Dreamers is scalloped and poked as well. So pretty much when it comes to the canvas backing and feel, they're pretty much equal. There's not, I mean, one is definitely not better than the other. Oh, he's back. Let's get his feel. What do you think about the feel of the back of these canvases? Which one do you like better, or do you think they're really, really similar?
Yeah, they're pretty similar.
Yep, I would say the same thing. This one just feels a little more, like it's got a little more weight to it, I think, like felty
It might
kind
be a
of
little
feel
bit thicker.
as opposed to this one. But we're going to see in a minute. All right, so let's untie this one. Let's untie the Dreamer one. Take the pretty purple bow off. And I'm going to give you my personal opinion with the little aesthetics. Am I going to use the Dreamer reusable canvas bag? Probably not. If I didn't have plastic tubes that are telescoping, I might utilize it for when I'm taking it in to get something dry mounted or framed. It would be a safer way for me to roll it, put it back in there, and take it with me. But I have another way of doing that. So for me personally, it doesn't really matter. It's just prettier that it comes with the reusable bag. I actually did just sit here and think about something, though. That could be a way to store Atlas's tennis balls. Just drop them down there and pull the drawstring. So that might be a dog accessory in the future. The purple bow, I think, adds just a little personal touch, but it's just something I have to remove. All right, let's go and unwrap the Diamond Art Club one, and then we're going to look at the Dreamer one. You can see, can they see the length of both of these? Do we have to go to zoom out to 0.5?
Yeah.
We go to 0.5 for a minute because I want to show something. Does it show the full length of the kits?
No.
I have them lined up at this end. Tech support, can you confirm that down here? Okay,
Yes.
You didn't need to show my belly and my shirt. That was not necessary. But if I slide these, you can see that the Dreamer one is longer than the Diamond Art Club one. So you can tell just from sitting them side by side that one is larger than the other. And it's the square that's larger, which really intrigues me. All right, so let's go and unroll our Diamond Art Club kit and see what we have inside. So we've got a sticker sheet with reusable stickers and a very large image that I can cut out. It's got a start date and an end date on it. It tells us it's around the size and then the SKU number that matched on the box. Plus you will find that SKU number is going to be on the canvas, and it's right there on the drills along with the name. And this one has 53 colors. So the Diamond Art Club version comes with 53 colors. There are no fairy dust in this kit because fairy dust did not exist when DAC put out this kit. There is 2 ABs, so very, very, very few enhancements. We've got 2 ABs, no fairy dust, and 53 colors. We're going to take a closer look at the drills in a little bit. I'm going to go and roll this backward, and we're going to come back to the canvas in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Hit the pause, please. All right, guys, so now let's take a look at the Dreamer one. So we're going to unroll it. Ooh, wow. All right, here we go. So we've got a toolkit, we've got a sticker sheet, an instruction packet, and some drills. Now, I'm not overly concerned about the fact there was, I'm sure, a toolkit in the Diamond Art Club, but it is from a D-stash. So they had pulled the toolkit out. They also had taken out the small sticker. Back when that kit was made, there would be a small sticker that a lot of people would either use for their logbook or they would take out and put on the end of the box since there was no sticker there. So I'm going to tell you what comes and doesn't come with each of these toolkits if I would have had one in the other one. You would have gotten baggies out of both. You would have gotten pink heart wax in a container. Here you get purple wax and they give you 2. So there's 2 pads of purple wax inside of rounded containers. You get 2 pens for some reason. You get 2 squishies. We've got a straightener. We've got a 3 placer, 3 or 4 placer. This one is probably a 6 placer. We've got tweezers, and then we have this purple tray. Now, Diamond Art Club has definitely upped their game with their trays, and I greatly love the trays that come with Diamond Art Club now. Now, the one thing that's unique about the Dreamer trays is that they have this thing, so you can put it across, and you could technically have 2 colors in there at the same time. So they've kind of given you the ability to do like light confetti in between the 2. And then you've got, instead of a stopper, it just snaps down for you to pull out and put up. And the Dreamer trays are bigger than the tray that would have come with that kit. That would have just been a little white tray that would have been half the size of this tray when that kit was put out. But that is a nice little feature of the Dreamer trays to have that. So we're going to put all this back in here. Oh, and then our tweezers, they are very sharp. So they've got their little pokey thing on there. And it comes in this really pretty soft velour type feel drawstring bag. If you play D&D, this would be a great dice bag. It's like using the Crown Royal bags. So it would have come in very handy. So there is a Dreamer Designs toolkit. Now the toolkits that came with the other Diamond Art Club, those boxes, would have been either just a thin plastic, kind of opaque Ziploc type bag, or it would have been in a bag that you would have to rip open that was made out of paper, and there would have been washi tape and a cover minder inside. I'm not sure what would have come with that one. That is a pretty old kit compared to this one. All right. I'm sure that the Diamond Art Club one came with an instruction book just like this one. So we've got 2 instruction booklets, and now we've got our sticker sheet, and it looks like I got 2. I'm not sure if I was supposed to get 2 or if mine just got packaged with 2. So we had 53 colors. Is that right? I had it over here. Hold on. So we had, 53 colors and 2 ABs with the DAC version. The Dreamer version, we've got 67 colors. So there are 14 additional colors with this one. And we have 5 ABs, and then LZ, which denotes a crystal. So there is a crystal drill, or Diamond Art Club calls them iridescent drills. So there is a crystal drill and 5 ABs in this one versus 2 ABs that came in the Diamond Art Club version. That is pretty significant in terms of enhancements. That's pretty significant in terms of colors. 14 extra colors, guys. Now, we're gonna take a look at, once again, there is a SKU number on, or the name of the kit is on here. There is no SKU number. So you cannot match this up by a serial number or a SKU number, but it does have Mother Earth written on the drills, package of drills, so that you would have it. On here, we've got our start and end date. It tells you it's a square, and then it has our size, name, and everything. So you've got a pre-cut sticker you can pop out and to put into your logbook. They both have pre-cut stickers for the DMCs to kit up into. This one has that along with this one. So they both have that in common. Their sticker sheets, therefore, guys, are pretty much the same. They give you a larger image on the sticker sheet from DAC than they do from Dreamer. But this one, I'll be honest with you, that's going to take up a lot of space on my logbook, whereas this one is much more manageable. They also give you cut out other stickers that you could use. These are all pre-cut. I can just peel them right off if I want to go and use those as well. So you get a little extra with Dreamer Design, sticker-wise. Now, let's go. While this is laying out, and guys, I can tell you right now, the Dreamer canvas is almost completely flat already. And I didn't even roll that one backward. So that one is like super fast self-flattening. We're going to compare colors. So let's put these off to the side just for a second, because this is what I want to do. Here we have the color palette for the Dreamer. And then here is the color palette for the Diamond Art Club. Looking at these two color palettes, I'm going to say that in my first blush, the Dreamer kit, hold on guys, tech support walked out and I want to make sure that this is zoomed in so you can see this really well. Can they see both of these drill packs really well?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. The Diamond Art Club one looks like a lot lighter colors are in here, shades, whereas the Dreamer Design one, these are much more darker, more, I don't know that I want to say they're more vibrant. They're just richer. I guess that's the word I want to use. They are richer in color as compared to the Diamond Art Club ones. So that is the big difference that I'm seeing in these drills. We're going to take a look at them in a little better in just a minute, but let's take a look at, let's keep these off to the side here, and let's look at our sticker sheet. And let's do some DMC comparisons here. So we've got, I'm going to ignore these first two because Diamond Art Club used to have their own numbering system for their ABs. So 136 and 141 AB, they don't actually exist in DMC code. 141 actually translates to 5200, so that's white. I'm not quite sure what the 136 is. I have to go look that up. So until I open up the drills, I can't tell you what color that AB is. But let's take a look at the rest. So we've got 150, here we've got 154. 208 versus 209. We both have 310. 317, 318 in the Dreamer. We do not have those two shades of gray in the DAC version. 321 is in both. 327 is in both. DAC has 333 and 340, whereas Dreamer has 336, which is a blue, and 369, which is like a mint green. Then we've got 413, 414, and 472, and 498 in the Dreamer version. We don't have none of those colors in the DAC version. 519 is in both. 550 is in both. Yay, that's my favorite. 602 is not in the Dreamer version, but Dreamer has 581 and 699. So we do have 699 in the DAC version, but we do not have 602, 645, 646, 647, or 666 in the Dreamer version. Now we do actually have 666, but we have it as a crystal in the Dreamer version. So 700, yes. This one has 701. Dreamer has 702, 703, 704. So a lot more gradients of green in the Dreamer version. We've got 718, which is like a magenta in the Dreamer version. Then we do share 740 and 741. DAC goes on to give you 743. There is no 743 in the Dreamer, but then we do have similar 745. But then DAC only has 754, and we've got 747 and 761. 797, 98, which are blues. We do not have those in the DAC version. We do have two browns, 780 and 782. 803 is identical. 823 is identical. DAC has 844. Dreamer does not, but they do both share 890. So Dreamer also has 898, which is a brown, which we do not have in the DAC version. We have 891. Oh, no, I lied. It's up here. So they do both have 898. Then 906 and 907, we have both of those in the Dreamer version, but we also have 904 and 905. 938 in both. Dreamer has 945. DAC has 939 and then 948. 959 and 964. We have neither of those in DAC. Instead, we have 954, 56, 57, and then 992, 93, 95. Now, we do share 996. Then DAC has 3012. We don't have that. They both have 3371. Dreamer has 3607, not in DAC, but they both share 3608. They both share 3705. Dreamer has 3708, 3756, and 3799. We do not share those. Dreamer has 3814, 3811 in DAC. Dreamer has 3826, 27. They both share 3837. They both share 3843. They both share 3846. And then Dreamer has 3847, 3851, and then they get into their ABs. The ABs are not listed as DAC or as DMC codes. We've got AB 01, 07, 08. Then we do have AB 208 and AB 742. I'm not quite sure why some of them have DMC codes and some of them don't. I'm not familiar enough with Dreamer, so I'm going to have to investigate that, and I will get back to you. All right, guys, I'm going to move the drills and the sticker sheets out of the way, and we're going to take a look at both canvases. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I had tech support look up on his phone. So AB01, which is in the Dreamer one, translates to DMC 209. Then we've had AB07, which translates to 444, which is a yellow. And then AB808, which is 3865, which is the off-white. So those are what those three are. I'm wondering if they're starting to switch over because we've got AB208 and AB742, which are actually DMC codes. So I'm wondering if they are starting to move away from utilizing their own special system for ABs. I will be honest with you, I had no idea that Dreamer did their own AB system like DAC used to. But I think for the sake of everyone that saves their drills, they are all moving to just using the DMC codes. So, but I am going to have tech support take a picture of this and send it to my phone so that I have it for future reference. So there you have it, guys. That is what those AB codes are. All right, we're going to try and get this set up so that I can put both canvases down on this table at the same time. So don't go anywhere. We've got work to do. Okay, guys. So we've got this set up. There might be a little bit of a glare, but one of the things that we want to point out is that this is the Dreamer version. This is the Diamond Art Club version. We had these reversed. Well, when the Dreamer was on this side, there was massive glare. Tech support swapped them and put the Diamond Art Club one on this side, and the glare went away. So I'm thinking that that has something to do with the reflectiveness of the plastic covers. So let's start with the plastic covers. So the Diamond Art Club version, on this kit, that is super thin. I don't know that I have ever felt such a thin plastic cover on a Diamond Art Club kit before. This is super, super thin. They are definitely way thicker now. Diamond Art Club also now, their kits have perforated canvases. So they're perforated so that you can tear them into sections. I hate the perforated canvas, but that's a question. That's a discussion for another day. But this version, this older version from Diamond Art Club, this is very, very thin. Now, the Dreamer Design one, can you slide this one for a minute so I can put this one on top? Okay, The Dreamer Design one, this is much thicker. Texport, can you give your feel? The thickness of this one versus that one?
Oh yeah.
Much thicker. Now, the Dreamer one, though, this edge is very rough. It looks like it's... Oh, you know what? It was cut with the perforated...
Yeah.
It's got the scalloped edges and the pokes. So, is it like that on this side, too? It's not. So, I have a feeling that this plastic cover wasn't necessarily put on correctly. So, when they were slicing this, it actually got the scallops and the poked edges on this side. Because this side is smooth on the plastic cover. This side is not. So this one is definitely thicker, but I can attest the Diamond Art Club one is an older one, and the Diamond Art Club current perforated canvas cover or plastic covers are way thicker than this Dreamer one. So I'm going to give the thickness is going to go to DAC, even though in this situation it doesn't, but based on DAC's current kits that you can get. Now, just looking at these two, let's pull this back up and put it over here. You can clearly see, can they clearly see through the canvas that this one is much richer and deeper in color?
Oh yeah, you can tell there's a huge...
Versus this one, which is much lighter, more, I don't know that I want to say pastel-y. It's more, I guess, generic rainbow. Compared to this one is very deep and very vibrant. I am really interested to see how this is got. This right here is a huge difference. Just look at the difference between the greens that are on here. Now, I have not done a Dreamer canvas in quite a while. So I can't state right off the bat that this is going to be the difference. That's why we're going to pull out some of the drills and take a look at them in a minute. The biggest difference I'm seeing, other than the deepness, is that her dress, can they see this part?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can see them
The
both.
dress here has all kinds of colors in it. There's some pink, there's some red, magenta, some like seafoam green. We've got yellows and oranges.
It's similar, but I
And
just don't
it's
think there's
not,
as many.
there's not as many colors in her dress over here. The hair is hugely different. Her hair is much more purpley and red with red tinges in it than this side. This one almost looks like her hair is going to be rainbow colored with all the different colors that are in her hair. So that is a huge difference. The sky, where the moon is in the Diamond Art Club version, is way lighter. Can they see all the way up the moon up there? Can we get the moons in there to show the difference?
There we go.
So you've got a much brighter looking sky behind her as you do in the Dreamer version. So definite differences. Look at the mountains and all these different colors that are in the mountains. This is all purples. I'm not going to complain about that because y'all know I'm all about the purples. Over here, why is there, it looks like blue and pink and red in the mountains when this is all browns? So major differences in the rendering of the colors here. That is a huge difference. Now, we are comparing round to square. The round DAC version is smaller than the square version. Not by a lot, but, you know, 3 centimeters does make a difference in both directions. This is something that is not currently happening. Look at these thick black guide circles around all these rounds. That's not going to be fun. But what's funny is I notice it's not around all of them. Do you guys notice that? It looks like it's only, is this black? Is
Yeah,
that
the
the
darker
black
colors,
color?
yeah.
The dark colors have dark guide circles behind them, whereas the lighter colors don't. They don't have the guide circles around them. So that's extremely interesting. That is going to make it quite challenging when I'm working on this one, on the Diamond Art Club version, to make sure that I am covering those guide circles. Can we say confetti? Can you zoom in some there for me? Down in here. Let's look down in here.
All right.
Look at all that confetti. There are, if you don't know what confetti means, confetti is when you have a lot of different colors in an area. So you are constantly switching out your color in your tray. Now, I will actually be switching out because I typically kit up into trays. These are not going to get kitted up into trays. I'm still downstairs in my living room recovering and rehabbing from my accident in December. So I'm not upstairs. I'm not in my art room. So we are not doing trays for these. And this is going to take me a while to work on both of these. But there is a lot of confetti in here. We've got a lot of line blocking. That is when you've got different colors, but they're in long lines. So you can multi-place. We've got it down in here. We've got line blocking up here. We've got line blocking over here in the sky, in this orange part. So we've got it there. There's line blocking in the waterfall. But her dress, her hair, down here, lots and lots of confetti. This is the biggest area. This area is the biggest area for confetti in this. Now let's look at what the confetti color blocking. Oh, color blocking. Do we have any? Yes, we do. We have color blocking up in the sky. This is color blocking. We've got gradient going here, and that's all color blocking. This I would consider color blocking. It's just shorter little spurts of color blocking, but I think it's kind of humorous that the color blocking is like in this corner. And then other than her skin, there's color blocking in her skin. There's no more color blocking. There is going to be multiple bags of black. We're going to compare drill bags and everything in just a minute. Because Hannah Lynn outlines everything. She does these as coloring pages is what she started with her artwork with. So everything is outlined in black and then you fill it in. I have found that I absolutely love doing that. So every section that I do that has outlining in, I do all the black in that section first and then I fill it in. That's just how it works for me, and I love working on kits that are like that. All right, let's take a look at the Dreamer kit now, and let's see. You could just actually move that one if you want. So let's compare color blocking, confetti, and blocking in this one. All right, just like the DAC version, we've got a lot of color blocking here with a gradient sky. Hold on one second, guys. I've got the hiccups. Let me take a sip. Okay, so we've got color blocking all in this corner as well, but we've got color blocking on this side. We did not have color blocking in the DAC version on this side. That was more line blocking with some mixed in confetti. So we do have a little more color blocking here. We've got color blocking in her skin on this one. And then that is actually the end of the color blocking. We've got, I guess there's some here in the greenery around the waterfall, but these are small little bursts of color blocking, not huge areas of color blocking. Okay, this was the heavy confetti area that I showed you in the DAC version. This is not as heavy confetti. Yes, there is confetti in here, but there is a lot of line blocking that I'm seeing in here. So I am going to be able to multi-place quite a bit in here. I think the color choices in the Dreamer one, I just think work better. Her dress is a lot of line blocking, just like the other kit. It's vertical line blocking. And then over here, we've got horizontal line blocking. Her hair is not as confetti as the DAC version. This is much more line blocking. Some of it vertical, some of it horizontal, some of it diagonal. So we've got a lot of line blocking in her hair. So overall, there is definitely less confetti, at least by appearance, on the Dreamer version than the DAC version, which I actually find kind of surprising. They both, image-wise, can we get the DAC version back over here? I just want to take a look and see if I see any differences in how things were rendered in terms of detail. I'm not really seeing any true differences in the renderings. They both look very similar rendering wise. I just think how they've chosen to do confetti versus color line blocking is very interesting. I can't wait to start working on this and doing sections. I'm going to be working on these equally. So for example, I am going to put my release papers down and I'm going to work a row on the DAC version, and then I will switch and I will work a row on the Dreamer version so that I can make some. I'm not going to do a video for each individual row. I will do a video when we get to the halfway mark, but I am going to take, I'm going to film each row to show what I see the differences from one to the other, but it will all be part of the halfway point check-in video. But you'll get to see how it is progressing while we go through this. I'm really excited about this, guys. I am really, really excited. How long is it going to take me to do this project? Who the hell knows? I have no idea, because this is going to be a project that I'm working on in the background while I am working on other kits for events. But I am planning on starting this in April. Hell, I'm filming this on Thursday, March 26th. I might start this kit in March because I am super excited, but I got to kit it up first. So, and I am going to do that on film partway because I want to show you guys what I'm going to be kitting up into, since I'm not doing my typical trays. All right, we're going to look at our drills now. We're not going to go through all of these. I want to see how many bags of black from DAC versus how many bags of black from Dreamer. And then I want to take a look at what are the DMCs that are in this green versus this green. And let's just look at those drills side by side just to get an idea of the difference in the vibrancy of the colors. So let's go and open the DAC ones first. Now, like I said, I haven't done a Dreamer kit in a long time. DAC's bags are done by weight. They are not in DMC order. They are packaged by weight. So black is going to be right here on the top. So let's pull out this train. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 big bags of 310. I'm actually really surprised. I kind of expected it to be more. I was kind of expecting it to be more black than what is in here. What is the symbols that are in here? What colors?
1, 2, and K.
1, 2. Okay, so 906, 907, and then 954. All right, here's the 907. So we're going to hold that out for right now. Here's the 906. So we've got that green. And then what was K? 954. And then there's the 954. Okay. I'm going to pause this video for a second and we're going to just cut those drill packets out. We'll be right back. All right, so we cut these out. So these are the 3 main colors that are making up this green here. Okay. So let's switch over to the DAC or the Dreamer version. Let me scoot that over. Let's open up the Dreamer. And no, guys, I'm not afraid of getting the drills mixed up because Dreamer has their telescope on all of their drills, their bags of drills. So I know I'm not going to get them confused. Let's check out black first. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 bags of 310 in the Dreamer kit. Now, that could possibly be that maybe Dreamer sends more extra drills than DAC does. It'll be interesting to see if I have bags left over at the end. It could also be the fact that I know that Dreamer squares and their 310 get a lot of heat, that they're really, really crappy. So we're going to cross our fingers that that's not going to be the case. 310 in general is the most trashiest color drill that you're ever going to come across, no matter what company you're buying from. And it's because of how much it's mass produced. It is very rare to have a kit that does not have 310 in it. That is probably, I would almost guarantee 310 and 5200 are probably the most used DMC colors of any colors in diamond painting. All right, what are our symbols, our 3 main symbol colors over in the greenery over here, there, text board?
2.
That is 907. Okay.
4.
4. Why? Oh, okay. 906.
Let's do M.
And M. 702. Okay, that's kind of funny because we've got 907 and 906 in the DAC, but then we had 954. So we've got 906, 907, but then 702. All right, we're going to find those, cut them out, and we'll be right back. Okay, I do want to just mention Dreamer packages their drills in DMC order. So that's why, like, I have this one that hardly has any, and then this is a bigger bag. They are all put in here in DMC order. Unlike Diamond Art Club, who packages their drills by weight, I will say I personally prefer them to be in DMC order. That would be my preference. I really wish that DAC did it that way. So these were our 3 colors for the DAC version. 2 of them are the same for the Dreamer version, 907 and 907. Now, just looking at these die lots, the 907 from Dreamer looks a little darker than the 907 from DAC. Would you agree with that? That this one looks just a shade darker?
I don't know. They look pretty
Or
close
they say
to
same
me.
from up
Yeah.
there? Okay. So they look very similar. I'm looking at them from a different angle. Tech support is looking at them from straight down on top. So he's got the better. I've got a little bit of a shadow here. So we've got our 907. Then we both had 906, which is this one, I think. All right, so we've got 906 Dreamer versus 906 DAC. Once again, now these look identical to me. Are they identical?
Yeah.
Okay. These two look identical. So we've got both of those colors. I just think it's funny how much lighter it is on the canvas for DAC as it is so much darker on the canvas for Dreamer. But I guess that's just their ink that they do. Now, DAC used this seafoam green color, whereas these are the other 2 colors that Dreamer has in there. And they are definitely different. They are not even in the same ballpark. The funny thing is laying them here, these 2 almost look like they're the same shade. So 906, and is this 702? Yeah, and 702 almost look identical. They're just a shade slight different from them. But these are the colors in the DAC version versus the colors in the Dreamer version in the same area. So this one definitely stands out as being very different. And it'll be interesting how this looks because quite frankly, guys, I think this color looks atrocious next to these 2 dark colors. These all blend together. These look like they belong. They look like they are a gradient going from light to dark in this area, whereas this one is just jumping out and smacking you in the face and going, hello, I don't belong here. So it'll be interesting. Not to mention, this is a grouping of trees. Now, I get that this is fantasy, Have you ever seen a tree with leaves this color? I know I haven't.
Well, it depends. I haven't been everywhere in the world, so
Well,
it's possible.
true, but I've never seen a tree in the movies or any place else that was quite that color. So, guys, I am really psyched. I am super psyched about starting this project. I can't wait to share it with you. I hope you are super psyched about starting this project with me. Let me know in the comments below whether or not you have ever done Mother Earth from Hannah Lynn. Did you do the Dreamer version or did you do the DAC version? Let me know what you think about this project. Are you guys excited? Are you really looking forward to seeing the difference? As we go along, we're going to be comparing color choices. We're going to be taking a deeper look at the rendering and comparing how the detail turns out with round versus squares. So I am super, super psyched, guys. This is probably the most excited I have been in 2026 so far since my accident. So I am really super excited about this. So guys, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for muddling through this video. If you made it all the way to the end, let's do a globe. I know that there's a picture of an earth. So give me a picture of an earth as an emoji. And I will see you in the next one. Don't forget, guys, like, comment, share, and as always, without the dark, we'd never get to see the stars. See you in the next one. Bye.